This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our executive producers, Brandy and Erik, Kirkwood, McGuire, Yanis, LightBlindedFool, Green Man, Deyvis, Ferreira, Margaret, Big C, Bennett, Williamson, Hannah Green, Noralia, Geof, Searles, Erik Reed, Greysin, Ishara, Ashlee Bradley, Laura Lewis, and Helena Jacobsen. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Polly L. and Bookishly Shell to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. We really, truly appreciate it. In this episode, we are talking about Chapter 6 of Towers of Midnight.
You did it! Chapter 6 is Questioning Intentions.
Yeah, and now we were supposed to do 2 chapters this episode. Tell the folks what happened.
Oh, well, we ran out of time due to poor planning because we have to go to Winnipeg for a wedding.
Oh my gosh, poor planning.
Oh no, who could have foreseen this coming?
Who would have thought? We didn't do a good job.
Sneakily, I edited the Discord announcements to make it seem like this was always the plan.
Yeah, except last episode you said 2 chapters, and I read both chapters.
You did.
Just so everybody's clear.
Yeah.
Just so that we're being honest around here.
Yeah.
I did read both chapters, and we're recording both episodes tonight.
Yeah.
But chapter 6 is this week. Chapter 7 will be next episode.
Yes, next week. So, yeah it's just, it is how it has to be. But that means we can talk for longer about both chapters.
And you know what? I really do want to talk about how excited and then disappointed I was.
Again, forever.
Oh, man, this is so close. Really being drawn out.
So close. We're almost there.
Oh my gosh, we're so close.
We can squeeze like 6 or 7 more chapters out of these.
Flip. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's talk about chapter 6 first.
Sure.
But before we do that, you'll notice I already poured a shot.
I did see that.
Because one of our guests on the podcast, Tyler, decided to bring a bottle of whiskey for us to drink.
D's Nuts.
D's Nuts. It's peanut butter whiskey. Yeah, as a housewarming gift. So like it's actually pretty tasty. We already had some.
Yeah.
Full disclosure.
I'm medium about it, but it's interesting.
I like it. It tastes like peanut butter. So we're going to take a shot.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of medium about it.
But the reason is because tonight we are recording
our 400th episode.
Yeah, oh
really?
My goodness. Yeah, we are.
Is it actually?
It's actually. And like a bit of an asterisk to it because
this one, it's not even
well, we're like
fun.
way over the 400 mark of like, so like regular episodes. We're getting episode 400
Number
here.
400.
Yeah. We've done probably at least over 100 like other episodes that are not just the regular release.
Right, Q&As and bonus and
all that stuff. So, but yeah, we did it. We're here, 400.
Okay.
And possibly to 500 based on the number of chapters we've got remaining.
Well, yeah, and if we're going to be stretching the book out like this already, who knows?
We can do it.
Yeah.
So that was my fun fact. That's it. So we're just going to take a shot.
We're just going to take a shot.
And we're going to start.
Episode 400.
We're going to do it.
Holy macaroni.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy peanut butter?
Holy peanut butter.
That's what they say. Cheers.
Cheers. Tastes like peanut butter.
Ugh, no, it doesn't.
Tastes like peanut butter whiskey.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what it reminds me of? It's so sweet. It reminds me of like butterscotch, like schnapps.
Oh, I love schnapps.
Oh.
That's my favorite.
It's so sweet.
Any kind of schnapps.
At the back of my throat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tyler.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's great.
Okay. All right. Well, let's jump right in here to Chapter 6, Questioning Intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And our chapter symbol's a blacksmith puzzle.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because it's not Perrin as a perspective.
Right. But Perrin is fiddling with one or something?
Probably.
Is that in this chapter?
His whole thing is like, I got to put the pieces together. I got to figure things out.
I got to know how things
got to know how it
work.
Exactly.
I got to know the parts.
Yeah, to be able to do the thing. Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Yeah. Okay, but we are entering in Morgaze's perspective, which she's calling herself Morgaze.
She is.
She's a little wishy-washy.
A little back and forth.
On how she feels about life in general right now.
Yeah. She's working through it. We haven't really been inside her head
No.
a lot.
Except last time she was calling herself Magdalene. She's like, I'm Magdalene now.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But now, no, this whole chapter, she calls herself Morgaze.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so maybe there's like a little bit of flip-floppiness in her.
Mm-hmm.
And even in her mindset, we can see that she's really kind of jumping back and forth between, no, this is my life now. But then maybe if I do a little queen stuff.
I'm going to be the best maid there ever was.
Right. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just trying to find some purpose at this point, I think.
Yeah, and I totally understand that. Let's get to that part, though, because we're not quite there.
Okay.
Let's talk about
I'm going to start out by saying, I'm disappointed. Nobody in this chapter figures out it's Morgaze.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Morgaze, the former Queen of Andor,
right,
is serving tea.
Yeah.
And she is getting good at this, and she has made it her life's mission to get good at this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's skilled.
Yeah. So she's in this meeting with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Wise Ones and Aes Sedai and
I
Perrin
did a head count. It's
Fael.
basically everybody important that's named.
It's everybody.
Yeah, Perrin, Fael, Elias, Tam's here too, and then Morgaze has the thought like, oh my god, this is really the father of the Dragon Reborn.
He looks just like a farmer.
But then she remembers when she met Rand. Way
like
back.
a farmer.
And it's a farmer, yeah. We've got Balwer here, and she knows who he is.
Yes.
But does Perrin know who he is?
No.
She speculates about that.
Oh, she doesn't know. Yeah.
She doesn't quite know what Perrin knows or doesn't know about that.
Interesting.
And then just as a headcount, we've got Grady, the Ashaman here, but Neild is still recovering from snake bites. Right? As is the whole
Bubble
we can't
evil.
leave, bubble evil, when we can't leave yet because
Yeah.
no gateways.
Mm-hmm.
The Aes Sedai are all here. There's three of them. Seonid, Missouri, and Anura is back with Barrelane.
Yep.
And then we got Galen and Arganda with Alejandra there. And then the Wise Ones. So it's basically all the names.
It's everyone.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, we are going to get some recap from what happened when she was queen. Basically,
Yes.
like book 5 recap is what we're getting.
Yeah.
With like some other information sprinkled in. But she reminds us that she used to be queen. She reminds us that she exiled Bryn, and she doesn't quite understand why she did that. She still thinks of herself as being love-struck over Gabriel, even though it doesn't even like make sense to her that she did that.
Well, it's pretty clear at this point she hasn't had anyone explain to her directly that a Forsaken brainwashed you.
Yeah, no, she has no idea.
Yeah, which is kind of sad.
Is clear here.
So she's trying to rationalize it in some way that might make sense. Like, I was
She's like, why would I have banished those other people?
Yeah, like the other house ladies and stuff. But it makes sense. Like, why would you? She has nothing else really to go on, even with her little training at the tower. Like, compulsion as the Forsaken do it, that's not like a thing, really, so.
But those days are gone now.
Right,
they're gone now, and she is making sure everyone's cups are full.
Yeah.
Those who want it filled in their hands, those who want it filled on the ground.
Apparently, Perrin is a hand talker.
Hand talker?
Yeah.
So he has to put his cup on the ground, otherwise he sloshes everywhere.
Well, he like knocks it around too, so she picks it up off the ground.
Hey, that's just like me.
Yeah.
I also do that.
I mean, you don't just knock it down, though. You just balance it on edges of things. So I feel
sometimes I knock it right down.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Get you a sippy wine cup.
Yeah. And then what about the ones who don't like it filled unless they tap the side of their cup?
And the people who always expect it to be always full.
She's good. She knows.
She is learning.
And she's like, I never thought of how difficult this job is.
Yeah, and she's like, I wonder if my servants did all this. It's like,
yes.
Yeah,
yeah, they did. Yeah.
That's why they were still serving. Otherwise, you get fired probably by the head server lady.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
For sure. So now Morgaze is going to listen in on the conversation that's happening in this meeting. And Perrin is asking about what went down with the spooky Blight Village thing. Because the Aes Sedai were supposed to burn it, and they say, we burned it.
Yeah, because we had like the whole teleportation thing where it like shifted to...
It appeared?
Appeared that way?
Where it shouldn't have been.
None of the people were there, so... Yeah, we burned it.
Yeah, burned it.
That's it.
And Perrin's like, yeah, but what else? And they're like, that's it. We burned it.
Yeah.
What else you want to know? We
Nothing.
did it. Yeah.
Took longer than we thought. Yep. Burned it.
All
right. All right, but then we get some of the relationship stuff between, like, how Morghese feels about Fail.
Oh, right, because they were sort of equals when they were both captives.
Yeah, they kind of made that pact when they were all captive with the Shido, like, hey, right now, we're all on equal footings. You can't treat me like a lady or whatever. We're just the same.
Yeah.
We're all the same right now. And very quickly.
And now we're back to servant.
Yeah, which, again, like, makes sense because you're no longer captive to the Shido.
Yeah, and her own life isn't all that different than it used to be, except now at least she's not being beat.
Yeah, so you still serve, and she honed her skills with serving tea with the Shido.
Okay.
It's like an internship, if you will.
She's also shocked about the idea that the Aes Sedai are apprentices to the Wise Ones who are like looking for permission to speak. And this is just a real unique way of recapping us on the Wise One Aes Sedai situation.
But I love Morghese's perspective on this too, because she's like, I can't believe they're subservient to these Wilders.
Ooh,
and she calls the Wise Ones wild.
No.
Like, she's got that upper, uppityness. Stick up her butt.
Up her nose.
Yeah, well, she clearly got it from the little training at the tower too, like a little bit of that, maybe being royalty, but
maybe,
man, she just immediately goes to the whole, why are the Aes Sedai, letting this happen?
Yeah.
Well, because they need it.
Yes.
They need it.
Well, and also they didn't have a choice.
They didn't have a choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, finally, Perrin and the group are going to decide that we're going to chase after Basil Gill and send scouts by Gateway, and hopefully we're going to catch up with him soon.
Because at this point, they don't know that the White Cloaks
have run into them. They don't know that we know.
No, that the White Cloaks know.
That the White Cloaks know.
Yeah.
Oh.
So right now, we don't even know where they are. Like, they're trying to find them.
Right.
Because the last time we saw them...
Because they sort of, like, went the other way.
Yeah, because the road was swampy or whatever.
Yeah.
Muddy or blocked off.
Or like, worse than that, I think. Yeah. It blocked off completely or something.
Yeah, so it would have gone too slow with the wagons and all that stuff that Gale has, so they went a different route, so they're still trying to find them.
Yeah, okay.
There's also one kind of funny thing, too. Because,
about the banners?
Yeah, a little bit about the banners here. Like, not Perrin doing the same song and dance about, like, get rid of them. It's Morghese's thoughts on Perrin. So she...
Like, as a leader?
As a leader. She's like, okay, he's got potential... And maybe I could do, like, a little bit of advice here or there. But she's like, no, don't do it.
He's a rebel.
He's a rebel. And we got to bring his banner back under the flag of Andor.
Right.
He's a stinky rebel.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Don't fly that Manetherin flag.
Right.
That's treasonous.
Yeah, treason. You're basically declaring open war on Andor.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes here, Morghese.
Yeah. But he does still have the wolf head banner flying. The Manetherin one has been pulled down.
Yeah. And I mean, she does have... There's like one sentence, I think, buried in there where she thinks... Okay, I guess I could understand people flocking to his leadership in these times. But it's like, you've literally abandoned the two rivers.
Yeah, and I like Morghese's perspective that Fail is a nice compliment to Perrin.
That's true.
They're like a nice duo. They work off each other's strengths together.
Yeah, he's all, I don't like doing things, and she's all,
I'm going to
do things.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now we got to get to the good part of this whole discussion that's happening behind this. Well, I guess it's
about the uncomfortable topic.
The uncomfortable truth. We need to send people home.
Yeah, well, because
your do it.
Job is done. Mm-hmm. Perrin's like, my job's done. I dealt with Missima.
It did it. Even if it didn't go as well as
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things can just go back to normal because I'm just a blacksmith.
I'm a blacksmith, damn it.
And how come nobody is reminding Perrin of the imminent last battle?
Well, they are. That's like the next thing they say.
Okay.
Yeah, because Alejandro's like, hey,
I'm not going home.
Well, like, why are you recruiting an army also?
Yeah.
If you just are going to send people away, and then Perrin tries to be like, I'm not recruiting an army. It's like, well,
people are just keep following me.
They just keep showing up. But and then I think Barrelane actually jumps in. She's like, okay, well, the last battle is going to happen basically tomorrow.
We should keep the army.
We should keep the army because Rand's going to need it any day now. Like, any day. If you look up at the sky, if you look at what's happening here, like, any day, we're going to need as many people as we can to fight.
Yeah, and then Perrin says, everyone's going home.
Yeah, because it's
and
like
then
Rand can collect them later.
Like, no, nobody's going home.
It's kind of funny.
It's a whole thing. And I mean, I kind of feel for Perrin here because he really wants to be done with all of this.
He does. But how much, and that's the whole, like, reluctant leadership. I get it.
Yeah.
but at some point you have to accept it.
You have, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to.
Well, no, but even Matt, who's like, I don't want to lead an army, he digs his heels in and then he does it.
Well, because he's like, I can't abandon my men. I can't abandon these people. And it's not
because a whole group of people are like, you have to do this. And then he's like, I don't want to. That's what Perrin's doing.
Well, I appreciate what Alejandra's saying here, too, because Perrin says, you can swear to Rand for the last battle.
Sure.
And Alejandra's says, no, I swore to you. Like, I pledged my fealty to you, not to the Dragon Reborn. So, yes, we'll fight in the last battle, but it's going to be under your flag, your banner.
Yeah.
Not the Dragon Reborn specifically.
But then it's all kind of one and the same. And at some point here, Perrin is like, I can feel Rand pulling me. Yeah, you guys go and do whatever you want to do. I'm going to Rand. And then they're like, I guess we're all going to go then.
That's because, I feel like that's almost like a sneaky play by Fael.
Yeah.
Because Fael is trying to reel him in a little bit. And even Tam jumps in. He's like, oh, lad, this is all a bad plan. Because Perrin goes on the whole, burn the flags. Like that whole train again.
Banners, burn
the banners. I hate them. And Tam's like, the people need the symbol. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And when Tam's telling you something is a bad idea, it's like we should listen to him. But I feel like Fael tries to deflect, and she says, well, how about we try to send the people who want to leave first?
Tell everybody if they want to go, they can.
Yeah, like it's going to take a long time anyways.
Yeah.
Let's just start with the people who actually don't want to be here.
Like the injured or...
Yeah, like refugees who legit don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And Bulwer, he kind of jumps in. Like everyone's on board here trying to get...
like, ooh, I'll go to Kyrian.
Well, that's the plan that happens in shortly. Like that's the next
I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah. Because first Bulwer's like, it's going to take literally days of open gateways to move all these people through. And we've got one Ashaman who's not strong enough to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have the resources to do the thing you want to do. So that's why they're deflecting into the whole... send people who want to go first and then see what happens.
Now, in this chapter, at any point, does anyone say, maybe we should ask Rand for more Ashaman?
That's what Fael says.
Okay, good. Okay, I didn't know if I made that up in my head.
No, she does.
And I was like, oh, they should do that. Or if I read it, that it happened.
Well, in my mind, that's like the sneaky Fael plan because Perrin is dead set, and he's not. He's very dead set on sending people home. But Fael takes the plan of, okay...
So many people don't even have homes anymore to go to.
Yeah, they don't. But she takes the, okay, so you want to go and try and find Rand. Let's go to Kyrian because that's the last place we saw him. Perrin does the whole, oh, he's not there, but then doesn't explain. So he's like, fine, go to Kyrian.
Yeah.
He's not going to be there, but whatever.
Yeah.
So Fael does a play where she's like, okay, well, let's try and find Rand and get more Ashaman to send people home. But if you go to Rand now without this army... Rand's not going to tell him, yeah, you can send them all home.
He might. Depends what kind of mood Rand's in.
Well, at this point, Rand's literally collecting the armies for war.
Yeah. No, I know.
So if you go to Rand right now, the armies are going to stay together because Rand's not going to say, yeah, send everyone home. It's okay. We've got lots of time. That's never going to happen.
No. Not like that.
Yeah.
Not like that. No. He might say, I don't care what you do. I have my own shit to take care of.
No.
You know?
No way! No way. Banners are gathering for war. It's the last battle, man.
Okay, fine.
We gotta go.
Okay, fine. Okay, so essentially, we've decided that Kyrian is a good place to start looking, and Grady is like, listen, again, it's gonna be too difficult to move people through gateways.
Yeah.
And then one of the wise ones, super casually, is just like, so there's this thing called a circle.
Right.
And we can be way stronger together.
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
Should we do that?
Yeah. How about that thing? Because they don't know how to travel.
Yeah.
From what we know.
Oh.
Well, I mean, right. why wouldn't they be helping with gateways if they know how to travel?
They don't know how to travel. Only the Ashaman do, and they can't see the male weaves.
Yeah, so it's like we're going to link and then lend our strength to the Ashaman to form gateways. Right? That's a decent plan.
Yeah.
So they know about the circles. And then Grady's open to it.
Sure. And then Perrin's like, why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
Because it's not your business and you're a butthead. Like, because you keep trying to send everyone home.
Yeah.
Probably that's part of the reason why they don't want to help. But now it's more like, let's go find Rand and talk to Rand first, which is a better plan because then we can like get Rand to give us some actual orders again.
Okay, but before we're going off to Kyrian, we have to find Basil Gill, right?
Yeah.
Is that the plan still?
Well,
or is
not
it
really.
shifting?
It's shifting.
Okay.
It's shifting because we're going to send a small crew. There's like 8 to 10 people or something.
Okay.
Like Balwer, one of the
who are going to Kyrian.
One of the Asha men.
And of course, Fael slips one of her own in there.
Yeah, Morgaze sees that. Right, because again, it's from Morgaze's
perspective, but you kind of forget that because...
Yeah, and she's not going. So it's just like a small crew that's going to go to Kyrian to try to find Rand, supposedly, and maybe get more Ashaman. Like, who actually knows what's really going to happen after that? And then the rest of us are going to go and try and save Gil.
Not save him. They don't know he's in any kind of trouble yet.
Find Gil first.
Meet up with Basil Gil.
Right.
Because he's got the stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And a bunch of people, right? A bunch of people are with him too?
More stuff than people.
Okay.
Not enough, not too much stuff for the amount of people. Lots of people.
That's why they were suspicious.
But all the stuff, exactly.
And you know what I always say? Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
And then Gil was too suspicious. That's why he got caught.
Okay, but I want to talk for just a minute about why Balwer is so keen to go to Kyrian.
Yeah, Morgaze definitely thinks there's something fishy going on here. So
she clocks it.
Well, what do you... Okay, so Balwer says, I want to go visit the library.
Yeah. He's like, I'm really eager to go check out that school.
Right. Oh, yeah, the library. The School of Inventions.
Yeah, the School of Inventions. And now, what we've seen of him is he's clearly a spy master.
For sure.
And it's not, unless he's just like has a secret passion for inventions.
Like, maybe it's not necessarily nefarious. Like, he's not...
Oh, I never thought it was nefarious. Although, there was a one moment where I was like... should I be wary of Balwer?
I mean, he was the spy master for Pedronile, and then he kind of left that gig.
He did.
He's really good at his job, too. Like, really good at his job.
Yeah, because I've never really been very suspicious of him.
Yeah, he's just a really good spy master.
Yeah, which I kind of like. Like, I like that about him.
Yeah, it's the whole competence
and
thing,
he seems relatively loyal to who he is spying for.
Right, he picks an allegiance and goes. Like, he was very... Because if you remember back to when Pedronile got murdered, he kind of dipped out and then left the White Cloaks company. He didn't stick around to be the spy master for the next... No,
it wasn't like his allegiance was to the White Cloaks.
Yeah.
It was to Pedronile.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and then now it seems that it's to, like, Fael and Perrin.
Right.
And so...
Are we at all questioning...
I don't know. I like, sort of had a moment where I was like, how come I've never questioned him before?
Maybe he's just too good being a spy master.
Maybe.
We don't even have, like, a fake spy master because, if you recall... Omerna was the fake spy master. He thought he was the real one, but...
He did think he was the real one.
Okay, so is your, like, sensor going off then?
A little, but only because we're in Morgaze's head.
Right.
And she's an unreliable narrator.
And she's a little suspicious, too.
Obviously, because of the circumstances where she saw him in, and here, no one really seems to know where he came from and why.
Well, and I mean, Perrin just accepted him into the inner circle pretty quickly.
We complimented him. Mm-hmm. He was like, no, man, you are a good lord. You are a good leader.
Okay.
You don't suck. Okay. And he was like, all right, you could stay.
Well, and Perrin still thinks he's just a secretary, so there's some issues here with Perrin's. But, I mean, I feel like Fael would clock him pretty quick if he's actually...
Yeah, but she's into, like, this shady business.
Yeah, like she is a little bit, right?
She's into it. Like, she likes that.
Yeah.
She likes sneaky. She likes secretive. She likes that.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Okay, so where are we landing? Is it a thumbs up or thumbs down for...
I think thumbs up. Okay. But I don't think he's going to Kyrian for the school. I think there's maybe some people there he'd like to...
But I mean, that's what a spy master does, right? Yeah. Like, you connect with people. You gotta find your sort... Like, I don't actually know very much about being a spy master.
You don't?
No, but I can pretend that I do. And you gotta grease the wheels, you know? What
does that mean?
Give bags of gold to your connections or something.
Oh, maybe. Like eyes and ears.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the networks.
The sources.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You get it.
Kind of like the paparazzi. Protect your sources.
Yeah. Don't give them up and such.
Don't give them up.
Okay.
And such.
Yeah. One thing also. Okay. Are you still good with? Are you good with Balwer? Have we done that? You want to talk about it more?
I mean, no, but I think that it was just such a little thing sprinkled in there that I was like, hey.
Should we be...
What about that guy?
Yeah.
Don't just brush over that so quickly.
Well, okay. One thing I really want to point out, too, because we glazed over it real fast. So, Perrin says, I can feel Rand's hooks in me, pulling me towards him.
Yeah.
And therefore, I need to send everybody away and then go to him.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it's like, the hooks are pulling at you because you need to bring your big army to Rand. Because
Rand needs an army.
Rand needs army now.
Yeah.
Now it's time for army with Last Battle.
It's army time.
It's army time.
Yeah.
Of all the times. And he's just like, no, gotta send everyone away and then go. And then you're gonna, what, show up to Rand with just yourself?
He just doesn't want to lead them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna say it. He's a bad leader.
He's kind of a bad leader.
Mostly because he doesn't want to be one.
He's taking reluctant leadership to the extreme right now.
So to the extreme.
Yeah. And at some point, like, I feel like Fael just needs to step in here and just...
Do what? Be the leader?
Be the leader.
And just be like, fine, you don't want to be the leader? You're not anymore.
Wolf Queen.
Yeah.
You know? We don't need Wolf King.
Honestly.
He can deal with the wolves. She can deal with the people.
Except he doesn't even want to do that. He wants to be a man.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't want that either. It's a very confusing time for him. Well, I sure hope he figures it out soon.
We don't have that much time left.
Nope. No, we don't.
We have enough, though. We got lots of chapters still.
All right. Okay. We're optimistic.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay anyway. Okay. I'm going to call it. Let's do a quick break. And then we'll come back and finish this chapter.
Yeah, we'll get to Perrin's gigantic mistake. Anyways, we'll talk about it when we get back.
Okay. So we're back.
Yeah. Okay. Meeting is over.
Yeah. Listen, though. I've been distracted. You have like a sparkle on your head?
Right.
On your forehead?
Yeah, of course.
Like a glitter?
It's where it goes.
Like...
Oh, I feel... Okay, did I get it?
Yeah.
I felt it now.
And then when you move your head, it like glitters in the light. I've been so distracted.
That's why you don't know what's happening this chapter.
That's why I don't know. I'm like...
That's the reason.
I'm distracted by the shiny on your forehead.
Okay, so the plan is we're going to go to Kyrene with like 10 people or so, and then the rest of us are going to try and find Basil Gale.
Okay.
And the stuff. So
and what's Perrin doing?
Well, we're going to go try and find the stuff.
Is Perrin going to Kyrene?
No, Perrin's not going to Kyrene.
Okay.
So the people going to Kyrene are like the Ashaman.
Yeah.
Or maybe just the one because Nailed were kind of not certain. Seonid and her warders are going. Like 2 maidens, one like 2 rivers guy, one of the Chafael, and then Balwer. There's about 10 people.
And they're going there to peep around to see if they spy Rand. And then come back and let Perrin know.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Perrin's like, I already know he's not there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Waste your time.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does do that because they ask him, like, how do you know he's not in Kyrene? And he's like,
I guess I don't. Go check it out. But he doesn't want to talk about it.
I feel like he literally in the next paragraph says, oh, there's these hooks in me pulling me towards Rand. It's like, which direction are the hooks pulling you?
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that how you know he's not in Kyrene? Because it's the
More
opposite direction?
More than half of this group.
I know.
Channels literal magic.
I know. And you're like...
You could talk about the magical thing happening.
Yeah.
And everyone will be like, cool, tell us more.
Right. Like they might be a little bit intrusive in their questions. But
for sure.
Not more than anything else going on right now with
and
your
Perrin will say, none your business.
Right.
None
you could do that.
Yeah. But he will, 1,000%. He's not sharing about his visions he won't even look at.
Well, I mean, he's not going to share, but he's also just letting them go on this mission to Kyrene for no reason.
He's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay. Meeting is over now.
Meeting starts to break up.
Yeah. Still in Morgaze's perspective.
Still thinking about her own situation.
Right. She's given up the crown.
Yeah, I laughed out loud at one sentence that was specifically like, when I gave my crown up silently.
Yeah.
Or something like
my
that.
Silent abdication.
My silent abdication. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it was that.
But it's confirmation that she was definitely thinking about killing herself because she thinks, oh, maybe I should have done that. But then she'd also now, in the past little while, been hoping that she was going to find a way back to Andor to help Elaine.
But then she's like, no.
Gotta stay away.
Gotta stay away because Elaine has to fight her own battles.
Yeah, and then if she actually shows up, then people might think, oh, like she's a puppet to her mother on the throne, and is it really Morgaze in charge? And that does make sense, too.
Yeah, and so she thinks it's better for everyone to just think she's dead.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, she makes some other good points because she's also reeling from the banishments and exiles that she put people under.
Yep.
So she doesn't really know how she's viewed right now.
Yeah.
And even her presence alone could damage Elaine's. And this part of the issue, too. She doesn't even know that Elaine has the throne or any of that information or knowledge.
Which is wild because, well, and let's think about where we are in the timeline.
Well, not just in the timeline.
Does Elaine actually have the throne yet?
That's true. But we're also in
Where
the literal...
do we line up?
We're in the literal, like, middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we're not... There's no paper, stands with newspapers being like, Elaine got the throne. There's none of that. There's no way to communicate this to Perrin.
I guess.
And even if there is, like, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. So...
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need a newsletter.
Seriously.
Yeah, a vlog.
Yeah.
We need some vlogging happening.
We do in Randland. It's very necessary.
Yeah.
These people are not up to date with news.
Really not. And I'm still confused about where we are timeline-wise.
Right.
With everybody else.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Just look at the moon, and the moon cycles.
You know what? I do like that.
Okay.
There's a super blue moon coming up, I think, or something like that.
In the real world?
Yeah.
I don't care about the real world.
Oh.
Save it for later. Okay. Back to it. So,
I think Elvis sang about that.
the blue moon?
Yeah.
I think that's a beer. Anyways.
Tell me about Talonvor.
Yeah. So Morgase catches sight of Talonvor outside the pavilion here.
Ooh,
and
young Talonvor.
Yeah, well, he's basically been following her around nonstop since Malden, but she does appreciate that sentiment, right? And there's some complicated feelings, but it does seem like she's into him.
Oh,
she's
definitely.
It's a bit confusing.
Remember the weird eyelid kisses?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago and so weird that I still can't get the weird image of like kissing someone's eyelids out of my mind.
Yeah, you just got to get in there. So I can respect that Morgase is a little bit unsure of her feelings with Talonvor just because her past relationships haven't gone very well.
Yeah, she's not great.
Not great at picking them. Yeah.
She's not great.
Not great. Bad track record.
Yeah.
Not completely her fault.
Yeah, remember when ToM ghosted her?
Ugh, terrible. Okay. Crazy
yeah,
situation.
She's got some trauma.
Yeah.
She's got relationship trauma.
But again, it does seem like we land on the whole we like each other situation. So moving into this next scene, it's important to know that she does like him.
Okay, because Perrin has an excellent idea.
Well, we can blame Linny because it was Linny's dumb fault.
No, this is all Perrin right now.
Well, it's also Perrin, but it's also Linny.
All...
Linny doesn't get off the hook completely, okay?
This is all Perrin in this moment, making some excellent decisions
5%
about other people's
10%
lives.
10% Linny. 5% Linny.
I don't care.
Okay.
Perrin is making excellent decisions for other people.
Hey, Megan! Why don't you come back into the tent and Talonvor, you too?
Hey, you two who are moon-eyed over each other.
Right.
Is that a word? Is that a phrase?
Blue moon-eyed?
Moon-eyed?
Blue mooning? Okay. All right.
That's where you pull your pants down.
Is that blue mooning?
That's just mooning.
Pull your pants out when it's cold. Okay, we actually have something to talk about here. All right, do it. Do the thing.
Okay, Perrin says, hey, it was suggested to me a while ago, and I think it's time.
Right.
You two need to get married. So it's going to happen right now. Alejandra could do it, or I guess I could.
Yeah.
Who cares? Let's get this silliness over with already.
Go get changed and meet back in an hour.
Be married already.
Right.
And I have to say...
Bad.
Boo.
Boo, Perrin.
Boo. This is so bad. Except
I know.
I 1000% appreciate Morgase's response.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know what I also love?
I would have been so pissed off if Morgase would have gone all like giggly girly,
right,
and this would have happened.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That would have annoyed the shit out of me. I'm like, yeah, if they like each other and they want to be married or whatever, cool.
Yeah.
But Perrin absolutely has no right to order her to marry anyone.
That's what Morgase says.
I know.
That's basically what Morgase says.
Why
yeah.
I love Morgase. It just reinforces for me that Morgase is like one of my favorite characters.
Well, and it's so funny because there's a couple little subtle things that are happening too in this scene. So as Perrin is saying this, Morgase, like, she is pissed and she's shocked, but mostly just like furious, and then flushing because she's so angry.
And then Fael.
But yeah, she notices that Fael like reaches up and like grabs Perrin's arm and is like, fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. And then Morgase says no.
Yeah. And Perrin's like, what? What do you mean no?
I saw you wrote in your notes, all surprised Pikachu face.
Yeah. He's like, what?
What?
He doesn't get it at all. Like, I thought this was what the people want.
Yeah. She goes, I will not be back here in an hour to be married. And then she just goes off on Perrin, and it is excellent.
It is. Yeah, there's a reference to, like, we're not, like, two puppies and you're breeding us.
Yeah.
You can't do this.
Yeah, you cannot give us orders like this. This does not make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we get, like, the other side note, too, that she notices that Talonvor stiffens up at this, because clearly he wants to be married, too.
Yeah.
And he's just dumb enough to not realize that she's not rejecting him and the marriage. She's rejecting Perrin's shitty idea about what should happen next.
Yes.
Like, she's not specifically saying, oh, I don't want to marry Talonvor.
Right.
She's saying, I'm not marrying Talonvor under your demands, Perrin, because you're also a stinky rebel.
Oh, right.
Right. There's a whole bunch of, like, you don't have the authority. I am a good Andoran woman, whatever. Like, there's a couple things in there.
It's not even like you're the head of a noble house and I'm a noble daughter and whatever, right?
It's like none of that stuff. It's just, no, Perrin, no. So yeah, I think she hits the nail on the head. She's right.
It's excellent.
I'm on her side.
I'm on Team Morgaze.
Yeah.
Except it does make me sad about Talonvor's reaction.
Yeah, but she thinks as soon as she leaves, because she basically just, like, walks out. Yeah. Well, she curtsies. She does her serving woman like, she's classy about it.
Yeah.
And then she exits, and then she thinks, oh, I'm gonna go just make sure Talonvor is fine. And
okay,
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure Talonvor's
more
fine.
eyelid kissing. So
exactly.
As she starts heading through the camp, she can see that some maidens are hustling around, and she's super curious. She's like, ooh, what's going on?
Yeah.
So she follows after them, and it looks like they have some important news. And she overhears them telling Perrin that there are white cloaks in a large force in front of them on the road, and it's a bad...
Yeah, directly in front of them. So we're so close to getting that interaction between them. Oh my goodness.
It's just so close.
Yeah.
It's like a carrot dangling in front of my face.
Yes, for many more chapters, probably.
Running on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there.
Almost. You're almost there.
I'm so tired. I hate running so much.
We're gonna take a break from them. We'll see them at the end of the next book.
This carrot feels not even worth it. I'm definitely stopping running.
It's a carrot. Why am I running for a carrot at all?
Oh gosh, sounds disgusting. It was like a brownie.
Yeah. Better luck with, like, a beer on a string.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ice cream.
I'll run for that.
Yep.
Okay.
Other things.
All right.
Other things. I'm not running for this, though.
Okay. How'd you feel being in Morgaze's head?
It was good.
That's the end of the chapter here.
I liked it. I like Morgaze. I'm reaffirmed in my stance that I still do like Morgaze.
Sure.
Like, favorite tertiary character for sure.
Right.
However, this is dragging on too long.
Yeah.
It's almost a Cloud Bowl situation.
Okay. I think this is exacerbated by the fact that we're doing one chapter at a time here.
Yes, because it is chapter 6, and it's been, like, over a month.
Right.
Of reading.
Right.
But to be fair, I have been waiting for this situation to be resolved since we met Morgaze in, I don't know, a couple books ago.
Right.
Like 8 maybe? Book 9? No, book 9.
Yeah, like when they met up with Perrin, yeah.
Yeah, when she was, like, on the run.
Right.
And Perrin saw her, and I've been waiting for somebody to recognize her as Morgaze.
Yeah.
This whole time. And now I'm, like, bored of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
It's Wheel of Time, baby. That's what we do here.
All right. Well, that's good. That'll do it for this episode.
Yeah, and next episode is just chapter 7.
Chapter 7.
And then we'll get back on track when we're back in the city.
Yeah. Okay. And then summer will be over, and we'll get back into our regular swing of things.
Eventually.
Hopefully.
Eventually.
One day.
It'll happen.
One day. All right. So before you try to force two people to get married, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. The Wheel Weaves is hosted by Dani and Brett, edited and produced by Dani and Brett with Passion Socks, Cody Fouts, Benjamin, Jamie Young, Megan, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Lance Barden, Adam, Mozyme, Michelle Forbes, MKM, Antoine Benoit, Lawrence Bradley, Colby T, Gabby Young, Rycat, Zane Sayaka, Matrix, The Albatross, and Matt Truss, with music by Audionautic. Be sure to check out our Patreon page if you are interested in supporting us and the podcast. We'd love to send you some Patreon-exclusive merchandise as a thank you. Plus, you'll gain access to our episodes earlier than everyone else, and at the time of recording, we have over 40 bonus episodes for your listening pleasure. Find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show and information like how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, and how to get in touch with us, visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, please be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference in helping people find us. And tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.